Okay, quick lesson. If I did this throughout the entire video while talking to you, what impression would you get? Other than I'm a psycho. Studies suggest that 93% of all communication is nonverbal. And a lot of that is unconscious movements that you don't even realize you're doing. And even if you do realize what you're doing, you might not know what impression that you're giving off. And this video is about to tell you. Here are 10 things you didn't know your body language means. Number 10 is eye contact. As you likely already know, keeping eye contact with someone while they're speaking is simply polite. After all, nobody wants to be talking to your forehead while you're looking down at your phone or your feet. Notice how big that is? But your eye contact with someone tells more about you than if you're being rude or not. Locking eyes displays confidence and will actually make you appear more honest with whoever you're speaking with. If you find the person you're conversing with continues to glance downwards, at times avoiding eye contact, especially when they're the one speaking, this can be a sign that they're looking for understanding or empathy from you. Lowering your gaze is often an unconscious and subtle way of calling out for support and can bring out a paternal response from those who notice. Or they're just straight up lying to you. Right? I would never lie to you, just looking at the side. Number 9 is shaking hands. Whether it's at a job interview, greeting a friend, or even meeting your significant other's parents for the first time, a handshake can tell more about you than anything you say out loud. A strong, firm handshake will show that you're confident and committed, while a weaker, limp fish handshake will make the other person see you as potentially distracted, submissive, or even that you don't care about being in their presence. This isn't to say that you should grip overly hard. You know how some people try to break your hand, or shake vigorously, or anything like that, because it can reflect dishonesty. Instead, make the contact brief with a firm grip, keep eye contact, and shake from the elbow, not the wrist. Hey, nice to meet you! If you want to seem sincere and loyal, cup the other person's hand from underneath with your free hand. If you want to appear dominant, cover the shaking hand from above. And if you want to seem like a psychopath, kiss him on the hand and give him a big hug. Love you! Number 8 is standing. People can tell things about you consciously or unconsciously, even when you're just standing still. How you present yourself, even when standing in an empty room, can give away your mood, determination, and how important you are, at least according to you. If your goal is to appear approachable and humble, then stand with your legs closer together and avoid rocking or shifting your weight too much. Usually, when someone's fidgeting, it means that they're either nervous or eager to leave. This can happen when they're completely unaware of doing it. If you want to stand out and have everyone in the room say you're the boss, stand with your feet apart about as wide as your shoulder length. If you need to display power and dominance, place your hands comfortably on your hips, like a superhero. Just don't stand there looking up at the sky thinking, who can I save? Number 7 is walking. Getting from point A to point B might only take a few steps, but you may be surprised at just how much you've told anyone about yourself without even trying. The first thing to be mindful of is the speed at which you're moving. Obviously, if you're running, people will think it's an emergency, but if you walk briskly and purposefully straight to your destination, you will appear reliable and productive. To accomplish this, walk heel to toe and let your steps make a little noise. You may come off as busy and unapproachable in that moment, but you will also draw respect as people notice your determination. If you want to give off a fun vibe, try adding some bounce to your step. Studies show people who smile and bob up and down as they walk are seen as fun, positive individuals. And if you really want to seem fun, skip to Maloo! Number 6 is sitting. Whether it's in a meeting or at a dinner table, how you sit can speak volumes about your character. It's fairly well known that you should sit up straight to both encourage good posture as well as show respect to those sitting with you. But what about your legs? Have you ever wondered what you should do with them? Well, usually if your legs are crossed, either near the floor or one hung over the other, then you will appear insecure or timid. If you place one foot behind the other, this will make you look afraid or nervous, as if you're hiding a part of yourself. To display dominance, spread your legs wide, taking up space, meaning that you consider yourself a powerful person. For those who want to appear confident and in charge, but have clothing that prohibits such a position, it's best to keep your feet side by side, with your back straight, spreading your arms instead. Again, don't overdo it. Don't just be like, I'm spreading my legs and arms! Look at me! Number 5 is crossing arms. If you're like most people, standing tall and sitting straight with your arms folded commands power and respect. And while looking like the genie from Aladdin can definitely do that, it also sends out a few more messages. For one thing, folding your arms while someone else is talking makes it seem like you're closed off to them, like what they're saying isn't getting through to you. Similarly, if it's an active conversation, you'll come off annoyed or angry with them. If you're smiling with folded arms, it can seem like you're not listening at all. La, la, la. It can also seem like you're distracted by a more serious matter, or it can appear that you're being dishonest, protecting the truth with your limbs while saying lies with your mouth. Sure, you'll look confident, but it's best to keep your hands at your sides or in your lap while you're discussing something. Number 4 is nodding. Yeah? This is next. What would you say if I told you you could shorten other people's sentences by simply nodding? Well, say what you want, I can't hear you. Nodding your head is pretty much the universal sign for yes, I agree or I understand. But how you nod while listening to someone speak can reveal more than how interested you are in their words, or at least how interested you wish to appear. 3 slow nods while making strong eye contact will tell the speaker you want to hear more and will thus cause them to speak more. One quick nod or a series of quick nods without looking them in the eye will convey that you'd like to move on from this conversation. Finally, a few small nods combined with a smile will show the speaker that you not only understand but that you appreciate what they said. Number 3 is touching hair. This one doesn't apply to everyone. While it's most definitely not a 100% of the time sign, it's common that hair touching is a playful invitation and reflects a desire for intimacy. Often when we're with someone that we're attracted to, we groom ourselves without even knowing it, running a hand through our hair or moving it away from our faces to let our potential partner get a better look at our features. This doesn't mean that someone touching their hair is necessarily a signal that they're flirting with you, but it very well could be. Sometimes it signifies that they're simply open or wish to be taken more seriously. Other times, if they're holding their hair or keeping it in front of their face, they may be feeling out of place. It's as if they're trying to hide behind the curtain that is their hair. Obviously, again, for me, that's not possible. What you see is what you get. Number 2 is hand placement. Whether you're the kind of person who talks with their hands for emphasis or prefer to keep them rather still, how you present them could be subtly giving away something about you. For instance, if your hands are in your pockets, behind your back, or otherwise purposefully out of view, this could indicate to others that you're lying or hiding something from them. If your hands are out in front of you, with your palms more so upward and visible, this symbolizes openness. Open hands makes it look like you're ready to hear out whoever there is in front of you and embrace their point of view. It's a sign that you're humble and friendly. Alternatively, if your hands are clenched into fists or turned away, this can reveal your refusal to change your mind or accept others' opinions. Or also that you're about to hit them. Oh, come on, Pally, let's go. And number 1 is body facing and leaning. When you're listening to someone speak, be mindful of your body placement. Human beings have a habit of slowly turning their bodies toward what we want. You may not know you're doing it, and the other person may read you without being consciously aware of it, but it's true. If you want to be in that place with that person, you will face them with your whole body when possible. If you find yourself pointing your chest towards the door or to someone else in the room, then clearly you'd rather be elsewhere. Leaning away from someone can mean that we disagree with them or that we're repulsed by them in some way, while leaning into them shows that you like them. And now you know what leaning means. Video's over now. Video's over. Trying to tell you the video's over. Going away now. Bye.